Today is a special episode. Flourless chocolate torte. That's pretty special. But also I'm celebrating my very first patron on Patreon. His name is Priyant. Now if you don't know Patreon, it is a crowdfunding website that allows you guys, the viewers, to basically help produce this show. Now there's different tiers and you would sign up for one of them and they offer various rewards and advantages that are only available on Patreon. Now one of these rewards is having more of a say in what I would make for the show. So not only is Priyant my first patron, but he also signed up for that option. I've spoken to him, he's awesome, and he has his own recipes. This is Priyant's Flourless Chocolate Torte. All the ingredients are all pretty similar to your standard cake, except for the flour. Butter, dark chocolate, cocoa powder, almond flour, a little vanilla, a little salt, little eggs, sugar, and we're gonna be using coffee. Now we are starting this off separating the egg yolks from the egg whites. 2 bowls, super clean one for the egg whites, kind of clean one for the egg yolks. I'm just joking, they're both clean. So I am learning things with each episode. Take something with me, I bring it over the new episode, and a lot of that has to do with learning by doing, but also from what you guys are saying in the comments. Now, someone mentioned last week that I was cracking my eggs wrong on the side of the bowl. Someone called me out on them. I looked it up afterwards. They were right, I was wrong, I am sorry. So I am going to crack my eggs on the counter. Ah, that's embarrassing. The Duchess of Sussex is going into labor. Put some butter into a saucepan on low heat. While that's melting, you're gonna chop up some good quality dark chocolate. I live in Belgium. Good quality chocolate is not hard to find. Now it's time to test the quality of your chocolate. Second opinion. Yeah, chop it up. So I do have the exact right amount of chocolate that I need. So don't eat any more. Retrieve your melted butter, add the chocolate. Mix it in until it's melted. Add your cocoa powder, almond flour, and most the sugar. Reserve a couple tablespoons. Mix that all in. Everything's combined. I'm gonna let this cool for a bit. It's probably a good time to preheat your oven as well. This is cooled completely. It's beautiful, I love it. I'm going to add these egg yolks one at a time. First egg yolk, mix it in. Next egg yolk. Vanilla. Next up is 1 tablespoon of a coffee-based liquid. That was probably a tablespoon. Now this is looking like heaven. Like seriously. Ooh, I need my hand mixer. It's a boy. Prince Harry says, Mom and baby doing incredibly well. What we gotta do is whip these into stiff peaks. I'm gonna time it this week. Let's do it. Eight and a half minutes. It's a new personal record. So always in a recipe, the number one thing to do is to prep your baking pan before you get going. I always just kind of ignore that one for some reason because it's not a big deal to me at the time. Then I'm halfway through this recipe and I'm like, oh shit, I should have done it earlier. So I'm just gonna quickly do that now and add some parchment paper. This chocolate mixture has thickened right up, to be expected. So what I gotta do, 1/4 of these stiff peaks into this bowl and break up this thickness. Mix it in vigorously. Add the batter into the egg whites. Let's fold it. Starting from the center, working your way around the edges. Very gently, people, very gently. Everything's been folded in nice and evenly. Add it into your cake pan. No time to waste. This is going in the oven. Keep that in there for like an hour. The idea is to poke this knife into the cake and it should come off relatively clean. I think it's done. That flourless chocolate torte, on point. Very airy for I was really expecting a very dense, like thick cake, and it's quite the opposite. And because it just came out of the oven a couple hours ago, it's kind of got some like molten chocolate lava thing going on in the center. It's not 100% set in there, and I love it. This show is all about honesty, so I feel like it's my duty to mention that I forgot to add the remaining sugar and the salt into the egg whites while I was mixing them up into stiff peaks. I forgot. I mean, I don't really notice a difference. It tastes pretty damn good to me without it, but I forgot. I hope I did your cake justice, Priyant. For anyone who's interested in making Priyant's flourless chocolate torte, you can find his recipe in the description below. Give it a try. It was delicious and quite easy, not too scary to make. Even if you forget some key ingredients. Just a quick little sliver before dinner time. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I've left the link for my Patreon in the description below if you are at all interested, and if not, totally cool too. I will see you guys soon. Subscribe, like, and comment.